What do you do if you're lost as a martial artist? Welcome back, my friend. I hope you're having a great day. Let's get straight into it. Now, this can be a very sensitive subject. I understand that a lot of you, of course, I can check my analytics. A lot of you are a lot older. My subscribers, my viewers. Some of you guys are young. Most of you guys are older. You got to understand like attracts like. So you basically are me, okay? And a lot of you, just through questions, a lot of it is just through private messages, emails, some of the comments. But you, my friend, you're lost as a martial artist. In the past couple of videos, I was telling you to envision your greatest you and then just be that individual in the here and now. You're a little bit older. You have kids, you have a career, you're kind of overweight, you're fat. More importantly, you're in your early 40s, mid 40s. Some of you guys are in your 60s and you're going into visualization and you're having these flashbacks of, damn, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. And now you are lost as a martial artist. I know how you feel. Why? Because that was the path that I was on. Understand, with the way life works, the law of attraction, like attracts like. You're either going to attract two types of people in your life. People who are about 2 to 3 steps ahead of you, or people that are 2 to 3 steps behind you. So a lot of you understand, once I became in my position and I was being the greatest version of me, I knew that I was going to attract people who are 2 to 3 steps ahead of me, guys like my lion dance teacher, and people who are 2 to 3 steps behind me. So if you're watching this video, you subscribe to my channel, understand, you're not too far away from me. You have hope, but you are lost as a martial artist. You can't find your path. You're a little older and you had dreams of being a fighter, but that ship has sailed, but you can't let it go. I would tell you, wow, you got to do past life regressions. You got to go into the Akashic records and you got to find what is your divine purpose. Excuse me, that's how deep I got into all of these things. You got to do childhood trauma regressions, all this other stuff, burn sages. You got to do all of that. But understand this, okay? If you had these dreams and you weren't able to fulfill them, it's okay. It's okay. I need to let you know that you still have today, okay? I'm going to give you like some options. Clear my throat. Speak this wisdom. Now, if you are lost as a martial artist, you got to understand the martial artist. A lot of what he does is alchemy, spiritual alchemy, physical alchemy. He takes what he sees, turns it into reality. If he has a reality he doesn't like or desire, he changes it just through the moving of energy, okay? And what you got to understand is, if you visualize your greatest you're in your later 40s, later 50s, and you see this young version of you like fighting in the ring, this and that, da 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 da, and you're kind of getting these feelings. A lot of times you got to let it go, bro. Like I said, that ship has sailed. But also what you could do, like I said, the imagination a lot of times is just little signals from God. It's just you and your human mind are interpreting it in a different way. If you see this younger version of you in the cage, or at the karate tournament, the ones that you wish you competed in, and you see all these things, he's doing these things, and you're in your mid 50s, early 60s, what you got to do now is you got to talk to that individual about the consequences of where you are. Sounds fucking crazy, but you're gonna eventually, no matter what, if you're lost as a martial artist and you're in your later years in life, you're gonna be a teacher that's clean cut and clear, okay? You're gonna have to speak to that version of you, and you're gonna have to tell him, because you didn't do certain things, this is where you are. But now that you're in your later 50s, this is what you can do now, okay? And how do you do that? You got to become the greatest version of you. See all the things. You almost got to play it out. Okay, he was this kung fu guy that competed. He won all these accolades, all these medals, but yet somehow he's here. What would that guy have done in this position? Most times, it's going to be getting into shape, eating a better diet, reading better books, having a better mindset, and treating people better. You're never gonna run from those things. Development of physical, mental, spiritual, and financial. Okay, I hate to say, from all my studies, we're 4-part beings: physical, mental, spiritual, and financial. Instead of saying financial, you gotta say exchange. Okay, no matter what, no matter how old you get, the greatest version of you will always be developing those 4 areas: physical, mental, spiritual, and exchange, financial. So if you're lost, okay, if you are lost, you're watching my videos, you're trying to envision the greatest you, but you have no hope, you lost hope, and you're lost, understand that you are on the path. You are on your divine path. A lot of times, the divine dichotomy, black, white, the yin and yang. If you're lost, you can't see a clear path. You see this greatest version of you. You see all these other options that you have, but you don't see one clear path. You got to understand that you are on your path. You're on your own individual path. Why? Because the path disappears. And you have to steadily walk it step by step by step by step. Each time you take a step, another portion of your path will be revealed. Take another step, another portion of your path will be revealed. If you step back and you say, oh, I wish I did this when I was younger, you essentially start moving backwards. The more you move backwards, every forward step that you took, it's not going to be forgotten. You're going to remember, hey, I was here like 2 weeks ago. I was on my diet, this and that, but now I'm getting depressed again. I'm starting to eat fucking ice cream. Oh, I just got to walk back there. Back and forth, back and forth. Your progress will always kind of be an up and down slope, like a spiral, okay? The looping motion. As my line dance teacher taught me, that spiral, that loop is in your fingerprint. I don't know if you can see that. Whatever. Okay, so physical, mental, spiritual, exchange. You're always going to be working on that. And you got to then now transmute everything, like what I did. I transmuted everything. When I saw the greatest version of me at 32 years old, I kind of had this picture. I just saw like the Bruce Lee me. It was like a light though was on the head. And all I had to do was I took my fight training and I transmuted everything into being sound physically, mentally, and spiritually. How did my fight training help me to be much more healthier? How did it help me to have a much more vibrant, flexible body? How did my fight training help me to be much more spiritual? Connect with something deeper? How did my fight training, excuse the noise, we're still gonna get it. How did my fight training help me to be much more mentally sound? Okay, then how did my fight training, martial arts, my physical, mental, spiritual capabilities, how did it help me in my exchange department? And you gotta develop yourself. You gotta be the greatest version of you now. But if you're in like your mid 50s or 60s and you're having this vision of like the younger you competing in all these tournaments, you can use that and you can be like, you know what? I'm gonna get myself in shape. I'm gonna get back on my diet. I'm gonna get ripped. I'm gonna practice my techniques, get better at my fighting, my martial arts. So that way I can be an inspiration to individuals who are there and let them know that if you don't keep on this lifestyle and if you don't transmute your martial arts lifestyle to health and wellness, physical, mental, spiritual well-being, you might eventually end up here, mid-50s, depressed, regrets. And that's what it is, man. That's how the martial artist who is lost. You know, I was lost too, bro. And I always had these visions and dreams of like kind of be like Bruce Lee, but I still had, I read books like Miyamoto Musashi. I wanted to be that wandering samurai, the masterless master. No schools, no affiliations, just a beast of a man. And you got to understand this, okay? Everything that you do, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, every man, okay? I would say every man who is in this self-development space. This is true enlightenment. This is what every Shaolin monk, I would say, tries to obtain. And I've obtained it here in this grass field. Understand, physically, you're trying to get ripped, you're trying to get fit. Mentally, you're trying to have good mental patterns so you can be confident. Spiritually, you're trying to connect yourself deeper to something like God. Financially, exchange, you're trying to be valuable to other people and to the world. As I got onto this path, I understood that physically, I got to teach myself how to get into shape, how to diet, how to be consistent on my workouts. Mentally, I got to teach myself how to become better at patterns, how to recognize confidence, how to recognize complaining, how does complaining and resentments destroy my mental capacity, which thus then leads into physical ailments, and how does spiritually, how to connect to something deeper, and financially, how to become more valuable. You will understand, like I said in another video, once you become your greatest version of you in the here and now, you start living as your greatest self, all of these things doesn't matter. All of it. I don't need to I don't want to put anybody down, okay? I don't really need a mentor. I don't really need to go to church. I don't really need to go get a job. And I don't really need to see a psychiatrist. Through my training, self-evaluation, shadowboxing, all day long, jumping rope all day long, studying about diet, carnivore diet, I essentially became my own trainer. I became my own dietitian. I became my own healer, physical, mental. I studied about stoicism, psychology, all these other things to help me have that edge on my mind so I can have that edge on my life. I became my own psychologist. Spiritually, I no longer really need to go to a church. Like, I've read the Bible, I've read many spiritual practices, I've implemented a lot of it. I don't need to go to church because I became my own pastor. In the Bible, it says the body is the temple of the Spirit of God within you. I basically became my own temple. Jesus had that quote where, I will raise this temple in 3 days. I became my own temple. Financially, I became my own boss. I don't got to go look for a job. I became my job. I became my business. I became the entity which serves other people and brings value. That's what we're all trying to do. As monks in the Himalayas, they're trying to become the own source of their enlightenment. When they tell you that the life force, the key, the chi is within you. You got to be able to be the thing that you're looking for. That's all we're trying to do. As men on a self-development process, you may think you're trying to get money. You may think you're trying to get abs. You may think that you're trying to get all of these external accolades. No, you're just trying to become a self-sufficient man and understand that there's a power within you that helps to govern your life. And if you look within you and you just be your own source of everything, you in turn can be valuable to everything around you, and it won't even matter. You guys see me, I shave my head. I've become my own barber. I'm so self-sufficient. I don't even need to make this video, and I would know who I am. I know how to make myself happy. I know how to make myself in shape. I know how to bring value to the world so that I can have money, and I know how to govern my mind through psychology, whatever, all the stoicism, whatever you want to believe in with psychology. That's all you're trying to do. So if you're lost as a martial artist, you see visions of you when you were younger and you wish, damn, I wish I could have done this. I wish I could have done that. Ches, I'm contemplating, I'm lost. Like, I want to get back into the ring, but I'm in my mid-50s. You don't have to get back in the ring, bro. Just live as that individual. Get yourself back in shape. Then you got to teach the younger generation. Okay, if you don't stay on this lifestyle, this martial arts lifestyle, you could potentially get fat, depressed, broken as a 60-year-old man. But because I was in that situation and I'm here now and I've took the martial arts lifestyle and I used it as a way to get me physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, well-being, I now shall show you this is the path that you have to take. And if you're lost as a martial artist, you had dreams, you didn't follow it, you're here now watching me wondering, what is all this martial arts going to do for me now that I have all these regrets and I'm older in age? You'll become my Shifu, my sensei. You'll become the inspiration for those who are lost on their path. And you in turn can look at the younger generation. I am the product of being fucking lost and not following your heart. But know this, sonny boy, when you get to my age, young buck, I have the key in which can save you. Just in case you become later in age and you lose your way in life, you lose your confidence in life, you lose that spark, that inspiration, that motivation, that energy, that vitality. If you lose it in your mid 50s, in your 60s, in your 70s, guess what, sonny boy? Young buck, I got you. This is the path. Take everything that you know, that you use to hurt other individuals, then you got to use it as a way to help others find mental, physical, spiritual, financial well-being. Okay? And that's what you do if you're lost as a martial artist. Each one, teach one, the golden circle. I am looking for inspiration. Understand, kids look at me and I can seriously tell them, when you become 35, you could be me in my spot. You could be this YouTuber, I don't want to say influencer, but you could be this YouTuber, social media dude, moving and grooving, healthy, nice relationship. You could inspire to be me. I'm an example. So don't worry. When you're 35, 36, bro, you ain't got to worry. I'm looking for people like my line dance teacher. He's maybe like 5 years older than me. I have hope, like, bro, if I'm gonna be, I see how he moves, bro. He's strong, he's fast. He's technically faster than me at line dancing. He doesn't know that. He's faster, stronger. If that's what 42 looks like, holy shit, I'm not even worried about getting old, man. I have another guy, Tim, my brother, my line dance brother, Tim. Yeah, I love you, Tim. I barely say this, Tim, but I love you. I call him the golden arm. Bro, Tim, my buddy Tim, he's like in his fucking 50s, bro, but his arms are like solid. When I turn 50, I'm not even scared about it. If I just keep on my path, keep doing the Chinese line dancing, bro, I could look like my buddy Tim. I'm gonna have some people, not like a podcast, but I'm gonna have conversations with these people. And you know, I understand, like I said, a lot of you, my subscribers, you guys are a little older. My line dance teacher, he's in his 40s, early 40s. Tim, he's in like his mid 50s. These guys are my partners during Chinese line dancing, and I gotta keep up with them sometimes, and I'm having a hard time. And it's like, bro, like, you are in your 50s. Another guy, Sean, oh man, this guy is like mid 50s as well. Beast of a man. These guys can go, man. And I have hope. It's like, bro, if I can do that when I'm in my 50s, fuck, like, and they're an inspiration. Each one teach one. If you are lost on your path, you have some regrets, it's okay, bro. You can turn it around now. And your story is gonna be the example. You know what? Young buck, sunny boy, young whippersnapper. Uncle made some difficult life decisions. I got fat, I got depressed, I didn't follow my heart. But at the age of 55, 60, early 40s, I saw Chess Katari's video and I took it upon myself to take responsibility for my life. I used martial arts, fighting, fitness principles to get back my confidence. And then now I share that with other people. That's how I get my financial exchange. That's how I exchange good energy with the world, with other people. And now that you're slowly coming here, I have the guiding posts. I have the light. This is what can happen if you continue on this path and you transform all of this negative energy into physical, mental, spiritual, financial well-being. All right? That's what you do if you're lost as a martial artist. But ultimately, you can do whatever you want to do. Just know that there's going to be people like me who are mid-30s, who are looking to other people who are in their 50s and 60s and having an example. Okay, I can shoot for that. If I just kind of fix some of my steps here in my 30s, I know when I get to 55, I'll be like my brother Tim, golden arm. Fuck, I gotta get him on. Tim, I'm gonna get you on video. Aaron, I'm gonna get you on video. Like, oh man, you're gonna meet some of these guys. That's fucking surprising, man. But that's what you do if you're lost. Just be that thing. Be that. You gotta step into the Grandmaster role already. You're gonna have to just go over all of that. All of your life experiences is just a part of your story. Write your book, write your story. But if you're early 40s to like mid 70s, you're in that Grandmaster Shifu stage, and you just got to step into that role. Your story will help shape that individual of being the teacher, the leader, the light for the younger generation, all right? And just always remember, train hard, be kind. Let's go.